Today's topic for discussion is types of root according to function. There are several types of roots made according to function of the roots, that are nematophores, adventitious roots, contractile root, parasitic root, food storage root, water storage root, buttress root, stranglers or prop roots, foliar root, propagative roots, shallow roots, mycorrhiza, coarse root, proteoid roots, fine roots, hygroscopic root, nodulose root, nodular roots or bacterial nodules, heptera or holdfast, fasciculated roots, moniliform or beaded roots. Assimilatory roots, all these are the types of roots made according to the function. Surface roots, annulated roots, coralloid roots, balancing root, rootless plant. There are some plants which are having very small roots here, like they are rootless plant. Next, nematophores, these are the respiratory roots. The roots of trees and shrubs which grow in marshy places suffer from lack of oxygen. In such plant, the branches of root grow vertically above the ground surface. The plants which grow in salty water close to seashore do not get enough oxygen, and such plants produces roots which are negatively geotrophic and that are called nematophores, and nematophores are also called as respiratory root because exchange of gases takes place. Next, adventitious roots or nodal roots. These are the supporting roots which are not used for absorption of water and mineral. These are originated from the lower nodal region of the plant which is just above the soil surface. Next, contractile root, the root that possesses spiral thickenings on the surface. It resembles a corkscrew. These are the special types of roots which contract or swell to maintain the proper shape of the underground part at a proper level inside the soil region. Such roots develop from the bulbous part of the plant. These are thicker, short-sized leaves. Next, parasitic root, these are also called as sucking root or hostorial root. The sucking roots are also termed as hostorial roots. Certain angiospermic plants are deficient of minerals or water. Such plants absorb mineral and water from the host plant. Such semi-parasites which grow on root system of higher plants and absorb food, that is water and minerals, by penetrating sucking root into the host cell. Such type of roots are termed as sucking roots or hostorial roots. These are modified for absorption of the food, and the example is Loranthus. It is an angiospermic plant which is a semi-parasite. Next, food storage root. In some plants especially, all the root vegetables consist of thick roots. The food storage root made up of huge mass of parenchymatous cells used for storage of food. The example is carrot, radish and all root vegetables. Next, this is water storage root. Most of the members of Cucurbitaceae family produce root containing excess of water than their weight. The growing regions retain water for longer duration. Buttress root. The buttress roots are those which develop from the base of the main trunk. These roots grow horizontally and that gives mechanical support to the plant. These are large, cylindrical and thick roots. These are produced from the basal region of the trunks of ficus tree, and buttress roots are formed only in trees. Stranglers or prop roots or stilt root. The prop roots are the aerial roots. These are produced from the branches of trees which gives vast mechanical support to balance the plant. Some large trees possesses huge branches which spread sideways. The roots grow from lateral branches of tree vertically downward and penetrate into the soil. They act as supporting pillars. The example is Ficus bengalensis. Next, foliar roots or epiphyllous root. In certain plant like Bryophyllum, it is a medicinal plant. The leaf is a structure of vegetative propagation. At maturity, the margin of leaf produces very small, delicate roots at the marginal region, and then a small adult plant is developed on that, and such adult plants are detached from the parental plant and develop into a new daughter plant. During development of such seed plant, the roots are produced at the marginal region of leaf that is termed as foliar root. Next, Propagative or reproductive root. The root system of plant produce adventitious buds and serve as organ of reproduction. The example is potato. The buds can regenerate into new shoot. Such roots are called propagative or reproductive root. Planting in many garden plants is done by using reproductive roots. Potato and many grasses are propagated by root cuttings. The example is Trichosanthis. Next. Shallow root. It is a type of root which absorbs water from atmospheric moisture or rainfall or irrigation water for utilization of plant. There are many evergreen broad-leaved plants and certain shrubs of deciduous habit possesses this type of root system. Example is aloe vera. Mycorrhiza. In many plants, the numerous branches of fungal hyphae envelop the main root and resemble root hairs. That is called mycorrhiza. The relation of actual root and the fungal hyphae is symbiotic, that is mutually beneficial to each other. The mycorrhiza absorb mineral for plant. These are also called as fungal roots. The fungus may be ecto or endotrophic. Ecto means externally visible. Endo means when it is present inside the tree root. The mycorrhizae plants often fail to grow in the absence of mycorrhizal fungi. Coarse root. These roots show secondary thickenings and turn woody. It grows deep into the soil for absorption of food and minerals. Next, proteoid roots or cluster roots. As in asparagus, it is a medicinal plant, asparagus. The roots divided into many rootlets which form a cluster. Fine roots. These are very small primary roots which absorb water and minerals. These roots are very short-lived. The main root system of dicot plant is a taproot system. The fine roots are developed on the surface of the taproot to increase the area of absorption. The fine roots are usually 2 mm in diameter that have the function of water and mineral uptake. Next. Hygroscopic or epiphytic roots, or these are also called as aerial root. The hygroscopic roots have ability to absorb atmospheric moisture for its parental plant. Such water-loving roots are called as hygroscopic roots. Example, hygroscopic roots. The roots grow above soil surface, hence termed as aerial roots. The plants grow on branches of large trees, that is epiphytes produce aerial roots. The hygroscopic roots are very sensitive to water and readily absorb moisture. These roots absorb water from air. Example is orchids. Next. Nodulose root. The root which are thicker at the end are termed as nodulose root. These roots are swollen near the apex. Hence, these are called as nodulose roots. The example is turmeric, curcuma longa. Next. Nodular roots or bacterial nodules. The nodules develop on the root of papilionaceous plants due to association of nitrogen-fixing bacteria. The root consisting of nodules is termed as nodulose root. The nodules are developed due to entry of the certain nitrogen-fixing bacteria which occurs in soil. It penetrates the cortex of the root through the root hair. Example, rhizobium occurs in the root nodule. Next. Heptera or holdfast. These roots are branched thalloid roots which grow and penetrate the rock to fix the plant. Next. Fasciculated roots. It is a modification of adventitious root. The roots are developed in a cluster at the basal region of stem. It is a cluster of tuberous roots. This type of roots are termed as fasciculated roots. These are thick, tuberous, helps in storage of food. The example is asparagus. Next. Moniliform or beaded roots. At a certain interval, the root shows swellings. It appears like a beaded chain. Hence, these roots are described as beaded roots or moniliform roots. In other language, when there are swellings in the adventitious roots at frequent intervals, they are called as moniliform or beaded roots. Example is Momordica. Next, assimilatory root or photosynthetic root. These are the adventitious roots when certain plants consist of chlorophyll in the epidermal layer. Hence, in presence of light, photosynthesis occurs in it. Such type of roots are green in color. These roots are termed as assimilatory roots. The example is Stenospora cordifolia. Next, surface roots. These proliferates close below the soil surface, exploiting water and easily available nutrients. Where conditions are close to optimum in the surface layers of soil, the growth of surface roots is encouraged and they commonly become a dominant roots. Next, annulated roots. The roots show several ring-like thickenings on the root surface. The ring-like region is slightly raised. Example is cinchona. Next, coralloid roots. These are profusely branched coral-shaped roots. They are typically dichotomous root. These roots show apogeotrophic type of growth. These roots consist of endophytic algae like nostoc and abena. Example is cycas. Thread-like or indistinct root. Normally the following plants have roots. Normally the flowering plants have roots for fixation and absorption of water. In case of Phodostemon, the plant body is thalloid. These plants grow in shallow water on the surface of rock, and the root if not is not distinct. It is very small, thin, thread-like structure. Roots are very small, thread-like. Such plants are termed as rootless, or these are thread-like roots are present. Next, this is types of root according to function. Again, the root which grow obliquely downward from lowermost node of the cereals, which is supporting in function, is described as tilt root. Next, thank you very much. Save trees, save earth.